It hasn't been a great time for the Oceanics as of late. From the less than stellar finishing spot in the 2020 Marble League to moments like this one, where they actually won pole position but ended up finishing this Marbula 1 race in 9th. But there's been a boost to their confidence recently. The Winter Marble League Special, a 5-event exhibition competition that was filling up the gaps in between the Marbula 1 production. The last time the Oceanics competed on frozen water ended very well for them, as they ended 2018 in 3rd place. A question loomed over their fan base. The last time we switched seasons, the Oceanics placed 3rd. Could they do it again? Well, the answer was actually no, because the Oceanics would do better. They would win the whole thing. The Oceanics were invited to the Winter Marble League Special via this letter you see here. Now, this competition was not an official Marble League. The winner would not go down as an official Marble League champion. It's more of a way to see where these teams are at this current moment. The Oceanics all elected to accept the invite. In this competition, there would be 5 events, and these 5 events were all events from the 2018 Marble League. The order of the events goes as follows: ice dash, snowboard cross, speed skating, bobsled, and ice hockey. Back in 2018, the Oceanics were very average across these 5 events. A gold in ice dash, a 15th at the snowboard cross, an 8th in speed skating, and a 5th in bobsled. And finally, a 7th in ice hockey. So pretty average. Many were already considering the Oceanics non-contenders before the competition even began. And it's because they have fallen off completely since 2018. So much so that a video is needed to legitimately cover it all. Marble League 2019 was awful. Marble League 2020 wasn't much better. And they weren't doing too hot in Marbula 1 either. It seemed like these predictions on the Oceanics were destined to come true. And it was definitely on track to do so after Event 1. In the first heat, they faced some hefty competition, and clearly, it was just too much.
Quickest out of the gate, Savage Speeders to their left. They try to block them and successfully do. Will be the top 2 that advance.
The Oceanics came last in their group heat and finished 13th overall. In a 5-event competition, you can't have these type of finishes, and the Oceanics themselves knew that. C explained the need for big points, as they said, quote, "This is a time where you can't fall behind early on. We need to get up in the standings quickly, or else we'll be too far behind. We're disappointed in the result today. We know that we haven't been doing too good lately and that our fans deserve better. It's time we give them better." The fans agree. The Oceanics are not a small fan base, and this event had them near their breaking point. Luckily for them, good times were ahead. And it would start here, at the snowboard cross. This was their worst performing event back in 2018, as they finished that event in 15th. And this year, they would completely flip the switch. Their first heat was very successful. They grabbed the lead and held on the rest of the race. Now the semifinals were a lot tougher. They didn't have the lead for nearly the entire race, and they suddenly fell back to last. Out of nowhere, however, they gained lots of speed, and eventually, they made the move for the lead. And they would indeed be confirmed the winners after a photo finish. This picture right here was just a preview. In the final, the Oceanics battled for the lead the entire time, and it peaked right on the finish line. Both marbles looked like they dropped across at the same time, but the photo finish called the match.
We need to see this angle here. Look at how close this is. Oh, I think the Oceanics have captured gold by 5,000ths of a second.
The Oceanics had won gold, and this gold medal did a lot for them as well, as it launched the team from 13th to 2nd place This is the redemption the Oceanics were hoping for. Now, the last time they won gold, they won a silver the very next event, and that exact instance would occur here. The Oceanics got a silver in speed skating. The captain brought the silver home, and it ended up being a huge medal for the Oceanics. Why? Because they ended up taking first overall for the first time in any single event since 2018. But that year, they weren't able to keep it very often. There were 2 occasions where the Oceanics grabbed first, but then they couldn't keep it rolling the next event. In fact, they had never reached the podium while also being first overall. If they wanted to win, they needed to do just that. The next event was the bobsled, and the Oceanics were the last team to go. With the Thunderbolts getting a 9th place in the previous heat, the Oceanics had a chance to extend their lead, and to everyone's surprise, they got the bronze. And with this bronze, the Oceanics extended their lead to 12 over the Thunderbolts. The fact that the top 3 didn't move was of great advantage to the Oceanics. They had a huge chance to win. But everyone started to bring back all the comebacks that happened in 2020. The Savage Speeders, on 2 occasions, erased deficits larger than 12 points in just one event. It's very possible the Oceanics either had to make their own destiny or rely on others to not catch their lead, and they ended up unintentionally choosing the latter. In ice hockey, the Oceanics completely faltered and placed 10th. It seemed like the door was wide open, specifically for the O-Rangers. But the eventual gold medal winners stopped the O-Rangers in their tracks, which meant the Oceanics had done it.
The Raspberry Racers still knocked one by. The O-Rangers are going to be beaten. That means the Oceanics still win. Oh my goodness, they aren't even in this.
3 podiums in 5 events and 8 points over the O-Rangers. It's a dream come true for Oceanics fans. And despite the fact that it's just a special, this competition gave the Oceanics something they haven't had since their gold medal win in 2020. Confidence. Can they actually capitalize on this momentum this time? Only time will tell. But for now, the Oceanics have a lot of celebrating to get to. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye-bye.